Alrighty, welcome in to Bowman Gray for the Clash, the main event of the night. 23 drivers looking to win the first race of 2026. The heat races and last chance qualifier are in the books and are up on the channel. It is now time to get going here for the Clash at Bowman Gray. Green flag in the air. We're racing in 2026. And down to turn one for the first time, Chris Buescher, your Heat 1 winner, leads us to the green into turn one here. This is the most cars we've seen on track this weekend so far at once. So this could be in store for some chaos here, but it's Chris Buescher out in front after lap one. Immediately Bubba Wallace going after Ty Dillon here for second. Now the lineup was based off of the results of the heats, which the four heat winners, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, Bubba Wallace, and Carson Hocevar. And then it kind of is just gone through the field kind of from the finishing orders of those heats. And then the driver who, Kyle Larson is in as he was the highest driver in points who didn't make it, as he is the reigning champ. But Bubba Wallace clear of Ty Dillon and into second place here. But as the pack, you'll see as the field starts to get longer into this race, it's going to settle down more. But lap traffic is going to be an issue here. Not an issue, but it is going to be a factor here. We have a caution on a halfway caution on lap 50 to be aware of, as Todd Gilliland now. We saw the runner-up in that opening heat race earlier today. He is up into third place now as he's battling with Ty Dillon here. Christopher Bell just behind him. Did well in his heat as well. In that number 20, Daniel Suarez, obviously in his new home with Spire Motorsports this season, running in sixth here in this in the Clash at the moment. 100 laps, no pit stops needed. It is just green flag to the end. It is just on track till the end here, and that's basically going to be the stories of this race here. As well, now Carson Hocevar is trying to get himself back up here to where he started. He started fourth, but he dropped all the way down to 8th place. But he's up the inside of Christopher Bell, trying to get back up to 7th here. As Buescher is just continuing to pull away here. Corey LaJoie gets up past Michael McDowell here for 9th. But I think the big storyline was Chase Elliott, the reigning winner of the Clash here at Bowman Gray last season, not making the Clash this year after struggling in both his heat, which was the first heat, and then also that last chance qualifier he really struggled in. But Logano's up past Ty Dillon, as now you see Michael McDowell coming back after the 6 of Corey LaJoie here. But surprisingly enough here at the Madhouse, we have had no caution so far tonight as Chase Briscoe up into 9th place. Briscoe's having himself a solid night so far. Starting to creep himself up into the top 10 here. Bowman as well. But Chris Buescher trying to find a way around the 54 of Ty Gibbs and put him a lap down as well here. Gibbs as well kind of struggled in this race. Not in this race, but in the heat races. So he's going to be looking to try and get back as Suarez has got back past the 22 of Joey Logano for third place. They're actually still side by side. But don't forget, we are heading to Daytona in a couple of weeks' time. In about 2 weeks' time for the Great American Race. As Daniel Suarez now going after Bubba Wallace for second, as Bubba is basically stuck behind the lap traffic here. Opens door for Suarez here, but as I was saying, we have Daytona in 2 weeks' time for the duels at Daytona, and then we got the Great American Race on Sunday, February 15th. We will have the 2026 Daytona 500, but it is going to be just a hell of a season. And now Logano to the inside of Bubba Wallace. As actually Ty Gibbs is now attacking the 17 of Buescher. Could open the door for maybe Suarez to try and catch up here if Buescher gets hung out on the outside lane here. As Joey Logano trying to get up to third past Bubba Wallace here. As we've just got now 5 laps here to the halfway caution. But the caution is waving. And it's going to be Chris Buescher leading the first 50 laps here from Bowman Gray in the Clash. As pit stops, Chris Buescher coming in. And they're all coming in. You don't have to make pit stops, but they're coming into the pits here. Oh, I heard contact. Not quite sure where, because you can't really see. But Chris Buescher leads over Logano, Suarez, and Bubba. Hosts of our Bell, Gilliland, LaJoy. These guys got to get out quick here before the pace car comes around. But Kyle Larson is back in the pits again as we get ready for the final, possibly the final restart here. Back underway in the clash at Bowman Gray. 46 to go here. Lap traffic is here and possibly eligible to battle and really shuffle this pack here. Chris Buescher, as there's Larson coming out of the pits there. As Buescher, can he find a way to get to the bottom lane? How about Joey Logano in the 22 car? Now it's green to the end here unless we get a caution. As Joey Logano trying to find a way around the 24, he gets there now to the inside of William Byron. But Logano is there. If Buescher makes a mistake here, could open the door here for the 22 car. Try and swoop in and take the lead as here he goes. He's there on the bumper of Buescher. Off of turn 4, 42 to go, and Joey Logano to the inside of Buescher now. To this point, Chris Buescher's led every lap of this race, but Joey Logano is wasting no time. He wants to battle for this win of the clash. Coming up on 41 to go. Does Logano have a shot here to take the lead of the clash behind Daniel Suarez, Bell? They're all battling behind for position. But here comes Logano into turns 3 and 4, and for the first time tonight, it's not going to be led by Chris Buescher. Logano leads at the line and is clear into turns 1 and 2. But Buescher keeping it close. Daniel Suarez as well is closing up in this number 7 car, so don't count Daniel Suarez yet out of this race as Tyler Reddick now gets up past Todd Gilliland. And Reddick could possibly be a threat here if he could get around Bowman and Blaney here, as Bowman as well being pretty aggressive in this number 48 car here. 30 to go. As Daniel Suarez is kind of stalled out in that 3rd position behind William Byron there. 21 laps to go. But if Buescher gets to Logano, do you use the bumper? I think you've got to use the bumper if you're Chris Buescher, if you want to win this race here. 20 to go. Bowman back up past Reddick. They're kind of all stuck behind Blaney here. But the pack is starting to lengthen out here in this later going of this race. Just 16 to go for Joey Logano. When we look at this battle, Todd Gilliland, Tyler Reddick battling it out for 5th place. Here, can Gilliland try and battle for a top 5 after starting in the 5th position for Front Row Motorsports? Gilliland came runner-up to Buescher in the opening heat race earlier today. But doing a nice job right now here under the lights here from Bowman Gray as Logano starting to put a gap to Buescher again here with 14 to go, coming up on 13. But Logano has 2 clash wins actually to his name, trying to make it a 3rd here from Bowman Gray tonight. Buescher starting to really fall off here. Just 10 laps to go for Joey Logano to start 2026 off with the win. Suarez starting to close up here on Buescher, and Buescher really starting to struggle after really looking good early, leading the first 59 laps. He's fallen off as of late and is really starting to drop back here from Joey Logano. Gap 1.1 second here with 9 laps to go. Logano goes high, could open the door here, and does Priest try and help his teammate. There's LaJoy, so there's the other RFK car, but not really helping as Logano's going to try the long way. Here comes Buescher. Coming up on 6 to go. Buescher to the inside here. Here we go for the lead here of the clash. Chris Buescher trying to get back to the front. Logano leads at the line here, but Chris Buescher on that bottom has the preferred line. Side by side down the back straightaway here. This lap traffic might have just given Chris Buescher an opportunity to come back and steal the win here. Up off turn 4, Buescher leads his 60th lap of the night. Coming up on 4 laps to go here. Logano still holding strong on the outside. Buescher led again at the line. Suarez is still here as well. Daniel Suarez could try and get up in this. He's about a second back off of these two. And Bowman's finally gonna pass Blaney here. Now just 3 laps to go here from Bowman Gray. Buescher continuing to lead. Still side by side though is Joey Logano trying to fight on the outside lane. I just think it's gonna be too hard for Logano here to try and fight here on this outside. Up off turn 4 now, 2 laps to go. Chris Buescher is clear, back to the lead. Here from Bowman Gray, Suarez up the inside of Byron. And possibly going after Logano too. But into turns 3 and 4 here, Suarez lunges at Logano for second. White flag though, one more time around for Chris Buescher. Into 1 and 2 for the final time. Suarez is gonna get second, it looks like. But there's nothing for Buescher. Chris Buescher led the first 59 laps. Logano would then go on to lead the next 35. But checkered flag is out. Chris Buescher wins the clash at Bowman Gray. And Buescher will lead the final 6 laps. 65 laps led for Chris Buescher tonight. Here from Bowman Gray, and picks up his first career win in the clash in 2026. And what a start to this season here with the clash at Bowman Gray. We'll get the final results up on the screen now for you guys. As what a race. As the clash comes to a conclusion, we've got Daytona in about 2 weeks' time. As the next video going out for the 2026 season will be Thursday, February 12th with the duels at Daytona. And then on Sunday, February 15th, we've got the Great American Race, the Daytona 500.